Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will continue our study of angles and degree measure. Here is a preview of the topics. First, we will define degree measure. Second, we will identify the quadrants. And third, we will classify the angles. We will use the figure on the left to demonstrate. Let's take a look at our first topic. Before we define the degree measure of angles, let's talk about the measure of an angle alpha. The notation for the measure of alpha is m of alpha. The measure of alpha indicates the amount of rotation from the initial side here to the terminal side here. It's not clear what the amount of rotation is, so we have to do something more. What we're going to do next is to center this circle at the vertex of angle alpha. But still, we cannot tell what the amount of rotation is. Let's label this intercepted arc here. That's the amount of rotation, but we cannot quantify it, so we need to do something more. The next thing we are going to do is to divide this circle into 360 equal arcs, and each arc is 1 degree. Now we are ready for the definition of degree measure of angles. That will be the number of degrees in the intercepted arc. The degree measure is positive if the rotation is counterclockwise. The degree measure is negative if the rotation is clockwise. Let's move on to our next topic. We will identify the quadrants. Here we have an x-axis and y-axis. The divided plane into 4 quadrants. We will go in a counterclockwise direction. So the quadrant between 0 degrees and 90 degrees is quadrant 1. We like to use the abbreviated form, quadrant 1. Similarly, the next quadrant is the quadrant between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. We call it quadrant 2. Continue. The quadrant between 180 degrees and 270 degrees is quadrant 3. And the last one is between 270 degrees and 360 degrees. It's called quadrant 4. Let's take a look at our last topic, classify the angles. Here you can see there are 6 angles. We're going to classify each and every one of them. Let's start by classifying the first angle, 30 degrees angle. Because the degree measure is between 0 degrees and 90 degrees, we call this angle an acute angle. 30-degree angle is just one of the examples of many, many angles between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. Let's take a look at the next one, the 90-degree angle. A 90-degree angle is a right angle. The next one is the 120-degree angle. Because the degree of angle is between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, we call it an obtuse angle. Next one, an angle of exactly 180 degrees is a straight angle. 270 degrees angle, the terminal side lies on the y-axis, the negative y-axis. That makes it a quadrantal angle. Last one, positive 270 degrees and the negative 90-degree angles, they have the same terminal side, coterminal angles. In summary, we first defined degree measure, and then we identified the 4 quadrants, and lastly, we classified all the angles. In the next video, we will use the coterminal angle formula to find positive and negative coterminal angles.